Tonight, hundreds forced to evacuate from parts of southern BC as a wildfire from the U.S. burns across the border.
The hillside is on fire.
The fierce flames threatening a local community.
I'm not sure why it didn't hit the town. It was just blazing.
The new warnings as Canada's wildfire season rages on. Investigating the cause of a deadly plane crash.
All 6 bodies have been successfully recovered.
The safety concerns and the search for answers. Plus, making moves with a milestone medical procedure.
Almost like fooling the nervous system to make it work.
The trailblazing tech restoring a paralyzed patient's hand motion and hope.
Oh, nice. Go, go, go. Excellent.
CTV National News with Sandy Rinaldo. Reporting tonight, John Ehrlichman.
Good evening. A town in the southern Okanagan region is under a state of emergency after an out-of-control wildfire that started in the United States and rapidly crossed the border into British Columbia. The Eagle Bluff wildfire is burning nearly 4 kilometers from Osoyoos. So far, the fire has scorched more than 800 hectares and triggered evacuation orders for more than 700 properties. This is what it looked like when flames pushed toward the town late Saturday. Thousands are on alert to leave on short notice. CTV's Alyssa Thibault starts us off tonight.
This is looking down towards the border.
The ominous glow of a raging wildfire descending on the town of Osoyoos.
It is so windy, as you can see, and it traveled very quickly along the range.
Saturday afternoon, smoke began spilling over the mountains, the fire moving north from the US.
It just came roaring over that hill.
Andrew Pace captured this time-lapse of flames tracking dangerously close to homes in this tourist area.
When you see it happening, you really get this feeling that comes over your body where you're like, oh my God, like this truly could be disastrous.
The hillside is on fire.
This view shot by a couple from Vancouver as they returned to their hotel.
There were several families who were packing up and driving away. They weren't going to take the risk and stay there.
Officials say 4 crews attacked the fire in the dark. For many, it was a sleepless night.
We were on alert after about 11 p.m. and we weren't sure what to do, but we didn't know where to go other than to drive all the way back to Vancouver at midnight, so we waited it out a bit.
By morning, the true scale was obvious, and the firefight continued on the ground and in the air, a change in wind direction helping to limit the spread.
It also might not have just been the wind alone. It could have definitely been the decreasing temperatures that played a role in that, the rising humidities, the recoveries that we saw overnight.
More than 700 properties were put on evacuation order, another 2,000 on alert. And officials still had to issue a reminder for boaters to stay away.
It's inconvenient for some people, but imagine those who are out on evacuation order, their homes are threatened and the fire operations have to stop because someone wanted to be in a boat.
The fire size hasn't changed thanks to easing weather conditions and the major firefighting efforts, but the next 24 hours will be key and the winds are expected to pick up again. Alyssa Thibault, CTV News, Vancouver.
There are more questions than answers tonight in Alberta after 6 people died in a plane crash west of Calgary. Investigators are on the ground working to figure out why the group heading to a church function in BC didn't make it. CTV's Tim Brooke has that report.
Almost 48 hours after a nearby plane crash, the area around Mount McGilvery is still closed off to the public. Sunday morning, Transportation Safety Board investigators arrived on scene. Those investigators tell CTV News their work at the Hart Creek trailhead is done for now, but they're not leaving K-Country. There are still so many questions about the plane, its final moments, and about the 6 people inside who died on their way to Salmon Arm.
Any crash investigation, that's the number one area you go to right away, is, were they over gross weight?
An aviation expert believes the investigators will be looking closely at the plane's load. He says carrying 6 people in a Piper PA-32 model comes with risk.
Performance is down. It doesn't climb as fast, doesn't climb as high.
Of course, weight won't be the only avenue explored.
Kananaskis country is very steep terrain, mountainous, and this can be very difficult for our searchers. Obviously, there was weather in the area as well that posed a challenge.
Friday night's forecast wasn't ideal for flying.
A mixture of clouds and sort of low-lying cloud and upper cloud.
Tough conditions, especially heading into a setting sun. The type of weather and cloud cover that can be hard for the most experienced pilots to navigate.
You can't tell which is up and which is down.
We're expecting to learn more about the victims this week. Their names have not yet been released. RCMP will only say they were all on their way to a church function. Tim Brooke, CTV News, Calgary.
In Nova Scotia, cleanup efforts continue after catastrophic flooding 9 days ago. Some residents are still struggling to find a place to stay.
We have nowhere to go. We are staying with somebody that have a one-bedroom in Halifax, waiting for insurance to tell us, hey, you can go rent.
Overwhelmed families are waiting to hear back from their insurance companies to plan their next steps. The bodies of 3 victims were discovered last week. 1 youth is still missing. A bomb blast killed at least 44 people in Pakistan today. Hundreds more were injured. A suspected suicide bomber set off the deadly explosion at a political rally. CTV's Alison Hurst has more on the country's alarming rise in terror attacks and a warning some of the images are disturbing.
An injured child is carried into a hospital as dozens of other wounded people arrive following an explosion at a political rally in northwestern Pakistan. I just saw a spark and heard a big bang, this man says. After the blast, I saw hundreds of people lying on the ground and people started firing in the air. The critically injured were taken by military helicopters to hospitals in the provincial capital of Peshawar. The rally was held on the outskirts of Kar, the capital of the former tribal area of Bajaur, which borders Afghanistan. He says, my request to the governor and the administration in Peshawar is that they should make arrangements to treat these patients as well. The blast took place at a gathering of Jamiat al-Mai Islam, a conservative party known for its links to hardline political Islam. It's part of the Pakistan Democratic Alliance, a political coalition affiliated with the government. An election is set to take place later this year.
Election season is looming, and so this blast is one of many tactics to destabilize the country ahead of elections.
Pakistan has seen a resurgence of attacks by Islamist militants since last year, when a ceasefire between Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan and Islamabad broke down. TTP, which has distanced itself from the attack, pledges allegiance to but is not directly a part of Afghanistan's Taliban.
In Pakistan, the threats to destabilize the country are coming from many directions, and it's difficult to put together.
Local police say it appears a suicide bomber got past security and into the venue. We condemn today's blast, he says, and if in the future Jamiat workers would be targeted again, we will be free to have our own protect ourselves. No one has claimed responsibility for the attack. Alison Hurst, CTV News, Toronto.
West African nations are threatening to use force in Niger. Today, regional leaders held emergency meetings in Nigeria to discuss last week's military coup. Economic and travel sanctions have been imposed, and military action will also be taken if the country fails to reinstate its president within a week. In the capital, thousands of coup supporters attacked the French embassy, smashing windows and setting a door on fire before the army broke up the crowd. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says war is returning to Russia as his embattled nation took the fight far from the front lines today and into the heart of Kremlin territory. CTV's Heather Butts has more on a morning attack in Moscow and the prospects for peace.
Shattered glass and debris, the result of a large explosion in Moscow. one of 3 Ukrainian drones brought down according to Russia's defense ministry. One person was injured and an airport temporarily closed. Video from the crash sites showed damage to office buildings, the area several kilometers from the Kremlin. Attacks on Russian territory, he says, were inevitable, natural, and absolutely fair process. Russia's defense ministry said the attempted terrorist attack had been thwarted. A show of his military might, Russian President Vladimir Putin marked Navy Day following a summit in St. Petersburg with African leaders who pressed Putin to push forward with their plan to end the conflict and renew a grain deal crucial to their food supply. In the hours before the drone explosion, Putin said African and Chinese initiatives could serve as a basis for finding peace.
This is easy for Putin to say this as they're coming out of this conference. For the Africans, what they're looking for is the resumption of food trade to the continent that has been stopped as a result of the fighting in Ukraine.
Putin has also said there could be no ceasefire while Ukraine was on the offensive. More than 500 days into the war, the death toll continues to rise. A Russian rocket hit an educational institution over the weekend, killing 1 and injuring 5 more in the northeastern city of Sumy.
Really, this comes down to when does China, the United States, and maybe even Turkey put pressure on Zelensky and Putin to say enough is enough.
Some analysts believe both countries will hit a culminating point later this year when their militaries can no longer advance, opening the door for more peace talks. John.
All right, Heather, thanks very much. On the eve of Emancipation Day, which commemorates the end of slavery in this country in 1834, a group in New Brunswick is aiming to raise awareness around the province's rich black history. Here's CTV's Allison Sampson on a special site that holds great significance to some of the country's first black settlers.
Inside this replica 1800s home lies a world of history not often taught in the Maritimes. The history of black New Brunswickers and the significance of August 1st, Emancipation Day.
Emancipation represents when there was an end put to slavery in different parts, especially of the British Empire.
Slavery was abolished in 1834 in British colonies, including Canada. King's Landing Historic Site tells the history of New Brunswick between 1820 and the 1920s. The Gordon House is the first historical house depicting a black family in Atlantic Canada.
But I've been here in King's Landing bringing the black history story since 2009. It was a matter of people sitting down at the table and saying, yes, we do not have enough black representation in this spot.
So we want to assist in telling the important story of black New Brunswickers throughout history. Our history involves many different people, black New Brunswickers, Irish. So this is our part in telling and helping to tell their story.
Historian Ralph Thomas, visiting the site, hopes the representation like this will broaden the province's attitudes for the future by taking a closer look at its past.
We've been talking about getting black history in the school for a long time. Talking and doing is a different thing. We decided that, hey, we in the Black History Society said, let's do something about it. Let's find out about the missing people that wasn't even mentioned, and they were a part of building the beautiful New Brunswick that's here now.
Shining a light on a hidden piece of history that helped shape the region. Allison Sampson, CTV News, Prince William, New Brunswick.
Dozens of migrant farm workers in southern Ontario held a celebration of justice today as they received compensation for past wrongs a decade in the making.
Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it much.
One by one, migrant workers collected their checks after winning a human rights tribunal case against the province and its police force. The 54 men were illegally coerced by police into providing DNA samples during a 2013 search for a violent sexual assault suspect.
It's a fantastic conclusion to a hard-fought battle. This is something that these workers have stayed collectively fighting for over the last decade.
It has been a long journey. It's been a bit of sweat, blood, tears, and patience.
As part of the settlement, police were ordered to destroy all the collected DNA samples. Coming up, a major medical breakthrough.
Using a computer to read Keith's thoughts.
The revolutionary procedure restoring movement for a paralyzed man. Plus, a special medal ceremony months in the making. Summer McIntosh is making a splash at the World Aquatics Championships. The teenager from Toronto is now the only Canadian swimmer with 4 world titles after taking gold in the 400-meter individual medley. Earlier this week, she won the 200-meter butterfly, repeating her historic double gold performance from last year's Worlds. And from Summer McIntosh to the last Summer Olympics, some long-awaited hardware was handed out this weekend. The men's 4x100-meter relay team finally received their Olympic silver medals at a ceremony in Langley, BC. Andre DeGrasse, Aaron Brown, Brendan Rodney, and Jerome Blake captured bronze at the Tokyo Games 2 years ago, but were bumped to silver after the disqualification of the British team for doping. It's being called a medical miracle. A paralyzed man can move and feel again thanks to a groundbreaking procedure. CTV's Bill Fortier has more on the modern technology, giving new hope to those with spinal injuries.
The simple act of holding hands, an emotional experience when it's something you haven't been able to do for 3 years.
Obviously, I was crying.
To see the moment when Keith, felt Michelle's hand, his sister's hand, I don't think there was a dry eye in the lab.
Keith Thomas was left with no movement or feeling from the chest down after an accident in July of 2020.
I made a bad decision and dove right into closer to the shallow end of the pool.
In hospital, he learned of a clinical trial for what's known as a double neural bypass. Doctors and scientists spent months mapping Thomas's brain.
What do you feel there, Keith? Finger? Which finger?
Then it took 15 hours of surgery to connect these ports to his head.
So we're basically using a computer to read Keith's thoughts.
Now, using artificial intelligence, electronic signals bypass his broken spinal cord, transforming thoughts into actions.
So it's almost like fooling the nervous system to make it work.
Squeeze, pull, Keith. Squeeze, pull. Nice. Go, go, go. Excellent.
Doctors say the 45-year-old is the first person to ever use this technology. He's more than doubled his arm strength.
I'm just waiting to gain more strength so I can wipe the tears away from my eyes.
I want my brother treated well. I want him to move again.
Researchers are optimistic the procedure could one day help people with a wide range of injuries.
If we can awaken some of those circuits that are damaged and have been dormant for years, then the sky's the limit.
For Thomas, this is just a start, but there's hope for much more.
Right now we're just focusing on the right hand, but of course who wouldn't want to walk?
And incredibly, doctors say that is a real possibility. Bill Fortier, CTV News, Edmonton.
Still ahead, the new firefighters fighting back for their communities. This year's wildfires have forced thousands of evacuations from First Nations communities, and efforts have been underway to train more Indigenous firefighters. In Nova Scotia, the first class in that program has now been certified. CTV's Heidi Petracek has that story.
Amidst Canada's record-breaking forest fire season, First Nations across the country are among communities affected. And with late May's devastating wildfires in Nova Scotia, the need to train Indigenous firefighters in the best techniques is now stronger than ever. So this year, Natural Resources Canada launched a pilot project to do just that.
As a firefighter myself and an advanced care paramedic, I fully understand how important it is about the boots on the ground.
Jennifer Jesty of the Union of Nova Scotia Mi'kmaq in Cape Breton jumped at the chance to sign up Indigenous firefighters for the new wildfire training course earlier this summer. In all, 20 Indigenous firefighters from throughout the province participated.
Thinking about what's happened on the mainland and that is a real possibility to happen in Cape Breton, I thought it to be pretty important to see if we could finally expand the training into our Indigenous community fire departments about wildland firefighting.
I learned more with this training that what you got to really look for.
Eskazoni First Nation volunteer firefighter Bill Stevens has 30 years of experience, but on the course he learned for the first time how to dig out hot spots after a forest fire.
You can see all the tools that are behind me that you have to use all them tools to look for burn inside the roots and inside the ground because there's still fire underneath.
It incorporates all the core safety information they need.
Nova Scotia is one of the first provinces to deliver this course, not only to prepare Indigenous firefighters for wildfire in their own communities, but across the country if needed.
It improves the ability to mobilize these crews nationally, and that's the whole idea of trying to increase capacity across the country.
There's no such thing as too much training.
For Jesty, it's part of making sure First Nations, like all communities, are ready for any natural disaster. They hope to do more training in the future as Canada's unprecedented wildfire season continues. Heidi Petracek, CTV News, Shubenacadie, Nova Scotia.
After the break, conquering a lifelong fear. At the age of 82, leaning into life on the edge. We leave you tonight with the story of a BC grandmother many are calling inspirational. Tony Garrett took on a zip line despite her fear of heights with support from a good friend. Here's CTV's Adam Sawatsky on two seniors breaking stereotypes and living life to the fullest.
Thank you. As Tony Garrett takes tentative steps towards the start of the zip line, she's filled with fear. I'm afraid of heights. A lifelong fear that's hindered Tony from experiencing the sort of things that made others so happy.
When my family went to Paris, I'm the one that stayed on the ground while the rest of them climbed the Eiffel Tower.
And Tony will never forget how it felt knowing her children were posing up there while she was waiting alone down here.
And I thought, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it.
And then Tony, who's now 82, read about her retirement resident's upcoming zipline trip and saw pictures from last year's excursion featuring fellow resident Colleen Goosen.
And looking at Colleen's face was so inspiring.
It was a high-flying adventure that Colleen had kept secret from her family until she sent them evidence.
Grandma, what are you doing?
The almost 91-year-old says she was simply doing what you do when you intend to never act old.
I can add years on, but I don't plan to be old.
Which inspired Tony to plan and join Colleen all the way up here and face her fear.
It's a little overwhelming.
Tony says she was actually so overwhelmed, being on a platform as high as 45 meters, 150 feet above the ground, and barely being able to see across chasms that spanned at up to 300 meters, 1,000 feet. She was completely numb.
Like, I just had no idea what it was going to be like.
But after watching Colleen fly through the forest, Tony found the courage to do the same.
Like holding my breath and jumping into deep water.
But instead of being embraced by cooling liquid, Tony found herself being invigorated by rushing air.
This is fantastic.
And after she arrived safely, a burst of euphoria.
I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life. It was really good. I loved it.
And if we can find pleasure in facing our fears, Tony says, we may just discover a whole new world of possibilities.
And I've been trying to think about what I can do short of skydiving.
Adam Sawatsky, CTV News, Souk.
That's it for us tonight. I'm John Ehrlichman. Sandy will be with you tomorrow. For all of us at CTV National News, thanks for watching. Good night.